And with
Anyways,
this, we are going into the game. We have absolutely no idea what the score is, but the game should still be a fun one. And it is going to be Scatterbrained, who has won multiple Warchiefs Club at this point, playing the Zushi's Legacy in the yellow here. And he's going up against Gullyd3ck3l, which means manhole cover, by the way, for anyone interested. And he's playing the pink English. So Zushi versus English. We know Sokerton's thoughts on this matchup already because he thinks Zushi is super easy to play and it's an auto win. It's a
this is
shielding
actually
sieve.
one of the this is not an auto win against. This is like the one matchup that really sucks for Sushi because longbows counter Zugnu. That said, your horsemen are also, you can get an upgrade to have 20% faster attack speed. So I don't feel like it's an auto win for English either. I'm very curious to see how these players play it out.
It's a pretty good upgrade. Not gonna lie.
It is. I'm curious kind of what, I mean, both these civs have such different avenues they can go. They both have a very aggressive all-in range mass they can play with. They both also have an incredible castle. I mean, it is not hard to get to Castle Age in 6.5 minutes with Sushi.
6.5? You slowpoke.
I did it. Yeah, I know. I did it yesterday against someone just playing. First day ever playing Zushi yesterday. Didn't look up any builds, just started doing it. And I castled up in 6.5 minutes. And the dude in the chat just typed LOL at me. I just kind of felt bad. I was like, yep, this is how it feels, I guess.
If you have like decent resource spawns and you force it out just a little bit, you can get 530.
That's just insane. I mean,
it's a little dumb. And you also don't have resources to do anything, but it looks really cool.
And I was doing that, and I did that too with the village opening. So I guess you could play just like here, Scatterbrained just gone for just the house. I did the village opening, so I slowed myself down a little bit to do that.
Yeah,
and still got up in 6.5 minutes.
Let's look at this garden. It is decent. You've got the whole berry patch here. We've got 25 stone, 25 gold, 48 food. I mean, it's a good garden.
That's good. Yeah. In the days hence past, those deer would have been really nice too, but
deer never counted. Oh my god, he could have gotten a 75 stone garden with nothing else in it.
That would have been wild.
Oh, wouldn't this have been better? Like, if you just go a little bit south, can't you get all like double stones? Maybe not.
And maybe the gold, maybe some stuff. I don't know.
Nah, you can't get the berries. You can't get the berries. So yeah, he's prioritizing the food.
That's a mechanic I'm still trying to figure out with Zushi, is how to place the garden. It's an interesting calculus, and you got to decide very quickly where you're going to put it. Yeah. So scouting becomes so crucial early on.
By the way, question in chat. Yes, Sushi can have the fastest castle in the game.
Oh yeah, by far. I don't know anyone else who can get to castle in like sub 6.5 minutes.
Because you have the Tang Dynasty, which makes your age up cheaper, and you do have faster building speed. And you start with an Imperial Official, so you get 20% more resources of one type, which is usually food. And you can also get taxes by dropping off, so it kind of has a lot of synergy. We do see a stable come out for
like
Scatterbrained.
6.5 minutes. HRE's typical castle is looking like 7.5.
Yeah, depending if you made a tower, if you were forced to get arrow slits, if you, well...
I mean, naked you could probably get right around 7 minutes with HRE, but you're not going to get a whole lot faster than that. And you almost have to always tower something. Whereas Zushi's so quick, you don't even need to. And you don't need to worry about your gold as much because you've got your official, you've got the tax gold. So you really don't need to. I mean, you're going to get on the gold, but you just get it so fast. By the time anyone pressures it, you're already aging up.
I'll say this, Gullyd is playing this exactly as I thought he would, and probably as I would do it myself. Reasoning being here, like, if you want TC all in, Zushi gets up to Castle Age. Depending on how many sheep they got, that can be hit or miss for them, and depending on their spawn. But you look, we have the berries and the deer in the background here. Like, you're gonna be facing a very fast Castle Age with very few feudal units at that point. It is really scary. Like, you have to take very decent fights or you get overwhelmed. So he's choosing the safe route. He's going to TC, and yeah, just gonna get economically ahead.
Yeah, he's gonna play the long game here, which is gonna make it a slow game. So that 56 minutes might have been some writing on the wall for us that we're gonna be needing to buckle up and strap up for a long game. There's a second town center. I actually like the placement of that quite a bit. Sitting on the berries, sitting on the gold. helping the wood just a little bit there. Get some space for some farms in between. Very standard.
I hate it.
I call it like the divine build. It's like the divine build where you just build 2 TCs, put a white tower on there, and you're just camping. It's really passive, really boring.
I hate that it's here, because if it was on the side of the gold, you could fit a full farm set in between the 2 TCs. But
yeah, that'd have been a bit better.
By the way, King needs to go home because there is 3 feudal horsemen out. That is the whole point of them, I suppose. And he did not try to contest the TC, but like there's really not a whole lot he could have done here.
No, it's one of those things you just kind of accept. If you know you're just gonna lose while trying to contest, you just find a way to get ahead in other ways. You know.
It makes me so angry.
Like, why waste minutes into that?
Look at it. Ah. Okay, let's take a look at the king
that's
running home.
That is unfortunate. King revives home safely to his palace to heal up. Horseman looking for some ways to wrap around, trying to look for maybe where that TC's at. I don't know if Scatterbrained is scouted where it's at just yet. I imagine he'll be finding out here in just a second.
Yeah, sees the gold, sees 8 villagers on there. Hey, it happens that second town centers have 8 pop space in there to garrison.
Convenient.
Look at that.
There it is, 6.5 minutes. Sholin Monastery. Again, not the fastest castle.
With a stable and 3 horsemen.
3 horsemen. Yeah, with a stable and 3 horsemen. Imagine if you didn't do that, how much faster this would be.
Yep.
That's going to pop up real quick. He's going to get the relics very quickly. He should be able to get, I think, 4 of the 5 relics with very little resistance. If not, he might even be able to get all 5, depending on how fast English can get up and contest them.
Let's check. There's this one. There.
The one up north, right above the base of Gullyd3ck3l is the only one I'm thinking might be tough. The other 4 should be pretty easy for Scatterbrained to claim.
Is Gullyd doing anything about this? Let's see if he has any villagers on the map. No, he only has done this king running around. So he's completely turtling up. Second set of farms coming out because, you know, we're English.
Scatterbrained killing and scattering the deer, and now sitting on that, hoping that Gullyd3ck3l wants to come out and take those. He's patrolling that area right now, hoping to get some picks. But I think English is honestly happy just farming up at this point. Like, what's the rush? You know, you can build a tower. You don't need food. Will never be the issue for English. It's going to be gold that he needs to be aware of, and where that second gold line is going to be.
Oh, the king might actually find some damage here, but night comes out, and now the guy has to run. Or maybe he can get a connection.
So this fast castle play to me screams second town center. He's going to probably take relics into town center.
Oh yeah. Like, it's a good play. Like, what is English going to do about it? If they attack you, your castle, you're okay with that. It's still a toss-up. You can still lose because, well, English feudal is pretty strong, but...
You're like banking on the fact that you're going to have the relics. It's a long play, right? Because he's banking on the fact he's going to get the relics. He might lose the bill right there.
Nice play by Gullyd, but King is 1 hit away from death. This Lancer does 24 damage per hit, and this King has 13 health. Makes it away, though. Maybe we get another charge.
Start healing. He should be, yeah, as long as he doesn't have to turn too hard or make any adjustments. If he can just go in a straight line, he'll be fine.
Now...
oh, no, he's getting greedy.
That is a choice.
He knew... I was going to say, I was like, he had 1 hit he could take from the Lancer, but not more than that. That felt like a waste.
We send off the King of England.
What I was saying, though. With this build from Zushi, the brilliant part about this is that, yeah, your town center is going to be delayed. Your opponent's up 10, 12 vills right now, but you're taking all the relics. And by doing so, you're getting passive res without using any pop space. So the longer this game goes, that is actually a really big benefit to what Zushi might want to do later on. Like, eventually you'll catch up the vills. The relics are going to make up that difference and be passive income. So that with the meditation gardens is going to be really good.
Oh, by the way, I'm sure that Cow is aware of this already, but someone note down, please, that if Shaolin monks pick up relics, they are not shown in the overlay as on the way.
Oh, interesting.
Didn't know that, but it is a thing now. We do see pro scouts play from Scatterbrained, which is nice. Means his farming transition is gonna be delayed here. Doesn't need to go into farms immediately.
I think it's actually a brilliant play idea.
He's going for a 3rd town center, by the way, or a keep, but I think it's gonna be a TC. We'll find out. He's still on stone though. 400.
That feels to me risky. He has the military advantage, but now your opponent is getting online.
I mean, the white tower's up.
TC is the risky. This is the risky part where I start going. You've got the relics. That's enough of an edge.
He's still on stone. He's still on stone. He's going for a keep. Where is he putting it,
Okay.
though? I guess down here?
Nope, you were wrong. It's a town center.
Why take the extra stone, then? I guess we're busy doing something else. People are just human, guys. People are human. It happens.
3 relics. He's going pro scouts. I like the pro scouts play because securing the food long term is, I think, really for Zushi is so important, right? Like that is like if you deny the food before the granary transition comes up, Zushi is dead in the water. They require so much food.
I mean, that
said, pro scouts means you don't have to transition nearly as long, and you're denying that from your opponent if you cede map control.
See, the interesting part I find here is he's going 3 TC on Tang Dynasty. Like, at this point, sure, you got the Pro Scout solution for your food, but wouldn't it have been worth more to just go for the Yangnan Tower? And, by the way,
yeah,
he is bringing home the 5th relic right now. They're all en route. Never mind, that one is not en route. That one is just chilling.
He's just chilling.
He's just
like, I've got a relic. I've got a relic.
He's living the best life, and he's going out to the sacred sites as well. So Scatterbrained is playing this beautifully.
Yeah, Scatterbrained. I mean, with English just letting him do this, like, why not? Yeah. Now, the Knights are going to start denying this pro scouts. He does have a gap in the wall. Oh, Knight gets through.
There's one horseman. Come on. No.
The Knight leaves.
Oh, the scout blocks the wall. That's the plan. Good play here by Gullyd. And I
don't think you mind losing the vills here. Your eco's about to start booming. You've got deer. You can go claim that other deer pack across from where your opponent's at, like where the horsemen are patrolling. I feel like this is still like the military. The Knights it gets a little nerve-wracking. Another vill is gonna go down.
Knight gets another one, but like the walls are going up for Scatterbrained. He's gonna be fully safe in a moment, assuming he doesn't forget this exists. No, he doesn't. He's sending 4 vills to close that wall.
Is this town center idle right now? He's got that 3rd one idled.
Maybe it's not in control group yet. Do you update control groups for your town centers, or do you just have a select all town center button?
I have a all town center button I just use. I have shift space for all of them. Actually, no, space. Space is just the one. I hit space and it selects all my town centers. I hit shift space to go back and center focus on my hometown center.
I love that you're using modifiers, while I was so used to having my TCs on control group 5 that I just use that for my all town center button now.
Oh, that's funny. And I just made spacebar my all town center button. Yeah, that 3rd one's still not making any vills. That is killing me. Yeah, no, it's not on a control group because he's got the other 2. He's added more to.
Yeah.
He still has yet to.
That's really rough. Like he's in a decent position. He did. Oh my god, he picked up the 5th relic again. It's on the way.
I'm dying inside. Not getting that. Okay, the 3rd town center is now going. He's gotten it in. Okay. Whew.
So we're slowly gonna close that gap
was idle
there.
For minutes.
And 5 relics is pretty damn good. But take a look at Gullyd's economy right now. He has the full farming setup around the White Tower. He's still ahead in villagers. English is living a good life right now as well. He has got 69 vills. Nice. What is the plan here for Scatterbrained? Are we just staying on Tang Dynasty and going imp?
I mean, I guess he could. He's going to need to get into a transition. Those deer will only last so long. He needs to think long-term, what's he going to do for food? There is a bit of a military force outside of his base. I feel like the longer this game goes, eventually he's going to catch up economically. He's got vills popping out very quickly, so he should be cutting into that villager lead. He's also got 5 of the relics. Yeah. Plus the meditation gardens, adding another vill or 2.
I feel like he already caught up pretty much.
It feels like that, yeah. It feels at this point he's pretty well caught up.
You're not counting that he also has 4 Imperial officials as well, which means he gets 20% extra resources on everything he gathers.
That's true.
It's pretty good, and that also makes the Pro Scout play better because, well, if you make go farms, you stop supervising your granaries because, well,
yeah,
it's unwieldy. And it's also not super effective there. Scout gets caught out here by some spears.
The one thing I'm worried about is that English is going to be happy to take this to the late game as well. If they get to the point where they're making, like, let's say this goes to the full 50 minutes, right? And they end up taking map control. They end up building a Berkshire somewhere. They then go chat at arms with the hand cannoneers. With the network of citadels bonus to the attack speed, I think English's army might be better long run. That said, I guess Scatterbrained could go for like grenadiers potentially.
So with the game in its current state right now, I think crossbows really don't have a good answer. English has a better answer than most because you can make longbows. But crossbows are so good right now, and Zushi happens to have this little technology that gives your crossbows a second bolt.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I feel like Scatterbrained is happy if this goes too late, and Gullyd doesn't want this to go late. He's going in right now with a Castle Age army, and he's spamming veteran horsemen right now. He's spending all of his resources while Scatterbrained is sitting on over 2,000 there, ready to go, trying to go to Imp. Okay, never mind. He's going Song first. Yangliang Tower is coming out, then he needs to do a farm transition, and then he's probably going Imp.
What is he? So I know that when going Song, every time he builds a new production building, he gets a unit. But what else is he getting outside of that with Song?
Cheaper farms. You would also get cheaper TCs, which is why you usually see people go Song before they go like multi-TC. But not this time around.
Well, the farm transition is going to be a lot easier. I forgot that part. Have access to granaries. I've seen a lot of horsemen to try and deal with these crossbows mass up.
Dear devs, can we stop with the cheaper farms already? It's getting old.
Yeah. It makes it easy to turtle, doesn't it? There's a lot of horsemen, but again, 38 crossbows.
Oh, I like this from Gullyd. He's got 11 on stone, and I think this is a keep drop in front of Scatterbrained space. Pretty much here on the gold.
I would like that play a lot.
Either on the gold or you drop it on the wood lines, because then Scatterbrained is out of wood. Like if you just put it here in between the three woods. That would be pretty nice. Oh,
almost chopping through. That's could be bad timing right there for Scatterbrained.
Gullyd.
No, it looks like instead Gullyd's want to try and torch the backside of the wall.
I mean, you say that, but Zushi essentially also has unlimited amounts of gold. Because he has 5 relics, he can go Ming Dynasty, get pagodas. He's well set up, and he will get all the taxes.
I think at that point, though, it comes to who has map control and who can take the sacred sites.
Oh god, that is 33
between
crossbows.
Taxes and between the taxes and the relics, he's not going to be hurting for gold either, so long as he doesn't completely cede all map control. But again, Chinese and Zushi are really good at staying in their base, much like English. Like they don't feel the pain of not going map control as much as other civs. And these spears are definitely English with the keep drop, not quite as aggressive as you and I wanted, but sitting on a pretty good spot.
It's still a good drop. Where are the spears for Gullyd? Okay, they're arriving in a second there. But until they are here, he really doesn't want to take this fight. But yeah, Scatterbrained moving out here with 40 crossbows, knowing that there's a bazillion horsemen on the map. I'm a little scared for him.
I'm a little scared as well. There are a lot of spears, though.
Yeah. Coming in here. We don't have the English tower above.
Damage, but
the crossbows do so much damage. The spears are still alive and well, holding up. Yeah, Gullyd took this fight too early. And the keep is not gonna go up like this. But longbows in the back also trying to start and clean house here. But all the horsemen are already dead.
Yeah, that keep might just get up in time. He's still got to clean up the military.
Oh, are we feeling the balance?
He's gonna drop in his...
He's trying to, but the English keep is too fast.
I think English keep goes up. He cancels it, backs up. I'll say like he won the fight, but he didn't win it. He's trading well, but he can't keep going into these longbows. Like that does win it out. He doesn't have an answer for longbow right now, unfortunately.
Watch the balance unfold. One instant keep coming right up. But he's losing quite a few villagers for it. He is on free
Will
TC
doubt
though.
smile upon us this day? I don't think so because of the increased build speed.
That took just about a whole of 10 seconds or so. Range.
Pretty good spot. Makes that gold a lot more tenuous. Gives him a good spot. Secures more wood. Very important, I feel like, at this point. And although he does have a huge wood line back in his base, but he does secure some wood as well later game with that. We're in an interesting spot. I'm surprised that Scatterbrained is so far behind villager-wise.
Yeah, I don't think he's making vills right now. Okay, he
I
is.
guess
He's
lost
again. I
16,
saw
but
this. I
that
saw
probably
this
be the difference.
idled for a while. He lost 16 as well, but he was definitely idle in between. Yeah, there's the
So he
first
could
trap
easily
coming straight out of the
recoup that.
keep.
Yeah, that keep drop. Because it doesn't really deny the gold that's there. He really wanted it on that gold. I felt like this was a second bet. He just kind of dropped it to drop it. And this is the tricky thing is like trebs work nowadays. Like you can really sit here and siege it down and not worry about it. Second treb coming out. Man, nothing like having a keep drop and then having trebs pop right out of it.
Trap out of a keep. It's like it's giving babies to its arch enemy. What? No.
It's like a very, very ironic. I feel like Gullyd3ck3l's in a pretty good spot in that he could claim all of the sacred sites. And if he does that, that puts Scatterbrained on a timer. Good pick up here from the Raid of Horsemen on the stone, forcing those villagers back home.
Scatterbrained needs a little bit more time. He really wants Imperial. He really wants Ming Dynasty. Not Ming. He wants Yuan Dynasty. And, well, his farming transition is basically done now, but could still be
He'll get there in a minute.
upon.
In a minute, he can click up because he's got 2,200 food coming in a minute. So in about a minute, we're going to see a huge swing again in that his eco is going to become fully realized.
Scatterbrain's going to secure himself the bottom gold 8,000 vein. And, well, he also has to fight for it, though. Gullyd is heavily on the map, has triple traps out, has a bunch of horsemen, and his crossbow mass is also getting scary, while Scatterbrained is going palace guards into that. No.
Like I get, he doesn't have a ton of crossbows. He's only got 16, but that's all it really takes if he can get on them. That said, a mass of palace guards could overwhelm, right? Because the horsemen won't do anything. The longbows will just get shredded. I don't hate the choice to go into palace guards.
Eh.
He needs horsemen as well, though.
I mean, you just double down on the crossbows. You just won that fight already. Crossbow, spear, or a nest of bee is what I'd suggest. But hey, don't need to listen to me.
Huge. No, I agree. Nest of bees would be a deciding factor.
Oh no, did Gullyd already scout out the gold? Oh yeah, No, he's trying to get there. Is he pulling vills?
He's gonna try and drop a keep on it and then get real surprised when he's got 12 vills walking over there. That's gonna be a fun surprise for him.
Very fun.
Big fight about to happen in the middle.
Everyone's gonna be laughing. Army numbers quite even, but these are glowing English units, and that means you actually don't really want to be fighting into them. No siege support just yet. And how many crossbows are here?
Scatterbrained's just not quite there yet. His eco is going to be looking real good in a second. He needs to win a decisive fight. There's the Windguard Palace being dropped. This is a good fight for Scatterbrained, taking the choke point really well.
Gullyd wants to pull back
I'm not
here.
sure why he's building crossbows, but
I mean, crossbows are just an amazing unit in general against
fair.
everything.
I mean, when in doubt, crossbow it out. Wow, losing all three of those trebs is a huge blow. I would have kept the fight going. You got palace guards. What are you afraid of?
Crossbows.
I guess he's got a lot of
and a
crossbows.
keep.
Fair enough.
And there's also longbows,
true,
and
true.
palace guards have one less pierce armor than normal men-at-arms.
All right, well, when you put it that way.
These longbows do 9 damage, and you have 5 armor, so you take 4 damage per hit. It's still a lot. It's still a lot. Did Gullyd? Yeah, Gullyd knows this keep exists now. Does he still have gold? Any gold? There's gold at the top side. We do have a tower next to it.
He's got a gold next to his tower, and there's also the gold in the top corner he could easily claim. He also has a tower up there, and he's getting emplacements. So he's I like that Gullyd3ck3l is taking vision of the map. Like having, I feel like this is something that people don't do late in games. They get so truncated on one spot. They tunnel vision in on one area. If you put a bunch of towers across the map, that vision will help you spread out when you need to.
So people, the next time you're floating wood, consider building a few towers.
Consider building a couple towers. Yeah, it really does make a difference. Here comes the Temple of the Sun.
Yeah. Temple coming out. It's a good choice. Regarding if you want to go temple or if you want to go library, usually people go temple because it gives you an immediate benefit. Like you get either here the unit faster. Gunpowder units is kind of because you don't get hand cannons. Divine charge is amazing if you swap to a horseman or knight comp. And well, divine vitality. I don't actually have ever used this, but I guess you could use it after a fight. I should probably do that. And
this is gonna be an interesting fight right here.
The library just costs a lot to use. It's great, but it's the long-term thing. Trap's gonna take out the keep.
This is a good fight for Scatterbrained. I think he wins this. That keep goes down. I don't think those bills are enough.
Not
3. Oh, he might get on the Trebs though.
These are elite longbowmen and elite crossbows. He's not winning this.
Yeah, nope. He does get the keep down. Another one planned immediately on the other side. That's fun.
It's so fun. So fun. Another keep. Genius play.
Fun.
Amazing.
Yeah,
wow. Wow.
Meanwhile, Rams trying to take down that gold from Scatterbrained in the south as this fight is happening up in the middle.
Yeah. If Scatterbrained has the attention span to realize this, he's just going to burn the Rams, but still a good play by Gullyd.
Kind of hard when you're getting pressed in the middle, too, to be aware of everything. Sometimes those notifications can go unheeded and unheard. That said, he's holding here. It's pretty even trade militarily. Their numbers are not too far different from each other.
Turns out he also has elite crossbows now.
Yeah.
But now the English units are glowing again.
That keep is back up again, though, so they start glowing.
Oh my. Gullyd is actually going quite heavily into hand cannons. 11 hand cannoneers already.
Scatterbrained does not realize, but his gold miners are now long distance gathering because he realized it's too late.
Noticed.
He just noticed.
Problem is that is currently his only gold. So
yeah, and he didn't. Get
never mind.
Off. So he's got like 200 worth of gold in those villagers that they didn't drop off.
Well,
that is unfortunate.
Don't kill the ones that hold so much. Kill the ones that hold little.
The stone walls popping out.
Oh, Benny, why?
Bombard for Scatterbrained. This is where it kind of becomes a point where like the sacred sites are going to put Scatterbrained on a timer, and I don't know that. I do feel like English just has a bit more going for him in late game. Like economically, you could obviously we see that Scatterbrained he doesn't need to have as many vills as English does because he's got the relics, so it makes up for a good chunk of that, right? And the supervision really kind of gives him the boost. So he can build a little bit more military if he wants. I just worry the map control is just very much in favor of Gullyd3ck3l. I mean, he's just claiming his 60%, and that's all he's going to need.
I'm not a fan of these 31 palace guards that Scatterbrained went for. Like, he needs a front line, sure, but not sure the palace guards are it.
Lancers would probably be the better choice here.
I mean, literally anything. Be the better choice. Literally anything but infantry. Like, I feel like you just go very heavy backline and not so much.
You gotta protect those bombards. You gotta protect the bombards, dude.
It's a lot of resources just going down for free. Horsemen definitely paid off here. And now they're on top of the crossbows too. This is a beautiful fight for Gullyd. Hand cannon's actually doing a really decent job here, doing a lot of damage. He is outside of network buff range, but yeah.
Yeah, imagine if he had network buff with that. This was the decisive fight Gullyd3ck3l was looking for. He was waiting for a chance to really stick it to Scatterbrained, and this was it. Now the military numbers heavily in favor of Gullyd3ck3l. And again, all he needs to do is control and secure the map, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's just sitting on top of stuff. I mean, even like with the towers, he's got that tower in the north gold so that Scatterbrained can't even go claim that 4K because there's a sprinkled tower just sitting there. I really love just like the foresight Gullyd3ck3l has shown here in this game so far.
He's making this look much easier than I thought it would be for him. right now. I mean, the game is by no means over in any way, shape, or form. Scatterbrained is swapping to full horseman right now, and Gullyd doesn't have any counter to that, except for
No,
this
a
one
good
set of
switch would
Wingard
be killer.
footmen he has on the queue.
He doesn't have them yet, though. He's got 15 in the queue. They're not ready to go yet. He's kind of taking this a little early, I think.
I mean, we're right outside his base. We're in Imperial. Both players are pop capped. What else
Oh,
is
fair,
what
he's
else
pop
is what
capped.
else
You're
is he
right,
gonna
you're
do with his time?
Good point. I didn't realize he was pop capped already. You're right. You're right. Yeah, there's no. You gotta just trade then.
But-
Ooh, but the Imperial upgrades, the flaming arrows, the incendiary arrows taking fire.
Yeah.
That keeps gonna go down though.
Oh, this is such a strong backline for Gullyd3ck3l here. But speaking of front lines, his evaporated, and well, now both front lines are super dead. Look at those
Yeah,
Wingard
only
Rangers
took-
just shooting from Narnia. Isn't it beautiful?
It's one of those things where range just beats everything at this point in the game.
Yeah. Is this upgraded? Yeah, this has sprinkle emplacement on it.
And the slog begins.
I mean, these are still veteran horsemen. Elite upgrade is in the queue. He does not have biology, so still takes a while for this to reach the final form. Did he swap the temple? No, he's on infantry move speed.
I really wish Gullyd3ck3l would go capture that bottom sacred site and put the timer on already.
Oh yeah, I guess he was a
'Cause
little
that
bit
would help.
distracted.
Yeah, he really should prioritize that. He does have, there it is. I see the monk coming up now. I was gonna say he really needs to get that timer started. Because you don't want to, because even though the position looks great now, you don't want it to not be that way in a couple minutes because you failed to grab the site in time. There's the elite upgrade for the horsemen. They are now gold clad. They look gilded even in the yellow.
How are people thinking about other people getting access to gilded units? Any thoughts? Would you like to pay more resources to get gilded units instead of normal ones? Thoughts?
That'd be busted. Who wouldn't do that, right?
It would be
well, I
pretty.
guess-
It would be
then
pretty
again,
fun.
If they had the same pop issues as Order Dragon has, that'd be interesting.
Anyway, outside of random thoughts popping into my head, we've got Gullyd going for the biology, going for that horseman frontline that we've already seen, and you know what? This is Imperial English and not a single man-at-arm in sight.
I mean, in fairness, actually, it would make sense now. There's only a couple crossbows left.
I tried to make them. I mean, in the English mirror, they kind of worked, but like, still, I was not a fan of Imperial Age infantry front lines. They just died
I gotta
to
say,
crossbows.
the range of a Wingard Ranger is insane.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
These guys are just.
But where's the front line? This is a lot of horses. Where's the front line? Don't have the Rangers in front. You can't replace them. Oh lord, this is a great fight for Scatterbrained.
I'm dying inside.
This is amazing.
It's really rough. This is really good for Scatterbrained.
Oh, this is so good. I mean, he's losing these horsemen,
just
but
like
does he care? No. I mean, the wood is a limiting factor on the map, but he still has wood lines left, and he just cleared all of these super high value units in the Rangers, in the hand cannons.
That
was
could
horrible.
very well be a decisive fight. Now that said, Gullyd3ck3l's sitting on 6k food. They both are sitting on tons of food. Once the gold runs out and trade begins, this is gonna be real interesting. I'm looking at where trade markets are at. Not good trade for either player, really.
Yeah,
Goalie could claim a better trade potentially, but not with these horsemen out and about at the moment. This could be pretty catastrophic if he can keep the tempo going right here. He needs to inflict damage.
How are Gullyd's walls looking like? I mean, he has a white tower in between his farms, but elite horsemen are not really gonna care about that.
We got knights coming out now for Gullyd3ck3l. That's a good answer to this. Once the crossbows get in front, though, it could be a little more tenuous.
Scary part
This is kind of where it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Scary part is his production is right here, and so is the Zushi army.
Yeah, being able to remass is gonna be a real problem. If Gullyd3ck3l loses his army here, which he very well might.
Oh, another
How
surround.
does
He's
he
losing
reinforce
more
this?
of the Rangers. They're so valuable.
Crossbows getting in on the action now, taking care of the knights up front. A lot of horsemen down. A lot of horsemen down, but again, the value that you're losing with this. Eventually, when the gold runs out, this is going to be very difficult to keep up with.
Okay. Gullyd has enough production to push this back, but look at this beautiful keep right at the edge here, securing more of the wood. And this is definitely going up. Like, this is another instant keep.
Yeah, there's no stopping
Oh,
that.
Gullyd
Those
has double
might prove
bombards, though.
problematic. Yeah, I'll say those bombards will prove problematic if you can't win this fight right here.
Yeah.
He's gone mass spears and horsemen with crossbows behind this. Bombards. Oh, man, the Rangers just have so much range. The Knights are really pulling in clutch for Gullyd3ck3l. I mean, those things are making the difference now.
Oh, look, we have
And that
longbows
keep is not a sure thing
outranging
anymore.
the keep. And actually doing damage to it because, you know, they have incendiary arrows now. But I guess the 2 bombards also help. It is just Horseman Spear for Scatterbrained now. And Gullyd is going full knights with backline. I guess he's still going horsemen and some crossbows. And he's going trebuchets now. No more bombards.
They're just so expensive, right?
I'm a little torn here. I think so is Gullyd. what is
The
the
To
plan?
enter the base of Scatterbrained. He's got a bunch of knights that are getting eaten by spears.
Oh, yeah.
Now the spears are surrounding him now.
He did not get through the wall in time, and his knights get cleaned up.
Trying to hold on to that keep in the front as well. The bombards are doing some work. I think one more shot might do it. Oh, it's down to 30 health.
Bonk, it is.
And there it goes.
gone.
How many keeps? I've seen like 3 different keeps that have been shattered on this. I think 4 different keeps have been around this area now. And then destroyed.
Amazing, huge, wow. Yeah. There's a lot of action in this game. I love it. Scatterbrained getting the
It's been very
Zuganu
back-
and the incendiary arrows himself now. And
Well, this is the problem when you have 2 civs that have just insane eco in their base and they don't need as much map control. The difference then, again, is the Sacred Site timer is down to 5.5 minutes. There was a shot where Scatterbrained could have decapped it and he didn't. He was sitting on it. He probably could have left the unit on there and decapped that south one. Now it's still under Gullyd3ck3l's control and the bombards are moving forward. Towers coming forward as well. Outposts for English trying to take some more control.
by the way, gold is pretty much gone from the map. There is one more gold vein at the top side that Gullyd has a tower next to. I'm not sure Scatterbrained knows this is here. He should know it's
He
here.
might not have even seen
He
it.
probably forgot it is there. But yeah, he's not on gold right now. All of his gold income is taxes and relics right now.
Which is giving them 400 a minute. And when you're going all spear and horseman,
Really nice positioning here for Scatterbrained getting around that. But the Knights clean up the bottom flank. What does he have as a
taking out a
backline here?
bombard.
Not a whole lot of
Bombard's
crossbows.
gonna survive.
Actually, Gullyd wins this fight. That is a little bit insane to
Yeah.
me, but I guess we just didn't have enough crossbows to deal with the Knights. Oh my. English pretty good. English pretty good. Oh yeah, and he also used volley, so these longbows. Actual
Yeah,
insane
that
damage
volley's-
output. That is 36 elite Zuganu. Let's see what they can do. Boop, 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 boop. Volley has been
I almost feel like
activated.
those horsemen need to focus on the siege. Because I think wood is becoming a problem for wood is a problem for Gullyd. He does not have a really good wood line. He's got a couple wood lines left.
Gullyd finds all those vills trying to torch down the tower. How much eco does Scatterbrained have? 100?
A lot. I mean, the Vil kills are 42 to 67 now.
Okay, but this is looking pretty scarce. Scatterbrained has a lot of units in the queue, and now he has a lot more pop space for those units. So right now he has a really
that's
scary army.
That is kind of the thing where sometimes it's okay to like shed some eco to produce a better military. You just got to get to the point where you can stop your opponent from reinforcing, which is hard. But if you can get an overwhelming force, you know, if you have enough in the bank, you can make that work for a couple minutes. But the problem is we're down to 3 minutes now and counting for the Sacred Site timer. In fact, I think Scatterbrained realizes that sending some horsemen down to the southern site to decap, that will be a huge effect on this game, just sitting on that.
What a meat grinder. And this time, Zushi's front line prevails with the reinforcements coming in constantly. Scatterbrained still has a decent number of resources. I mean, he also doesn't have a whole lot in queue outside of horsemen right now. Knights coming to stop the decap. And the villagers let their life down for the cause.
That's a really gutsy keep drop that Gullyd wants to do in the middle on that Sacred Site. Meanwhile, the fight in the slog and the meat grinder is continuing up front.
Yeah, I mean,
and the Sacred Site is secured again for Gullyd3ck3l, down to 2 minutes 40 seconds. Scatterbrained's got to do something here. That will kill him if he's not careful.
Reinforcements are being delayed by those knights now, and it looks like Gullyd
Oh my gosh, here come the
slowly grinding away at this army number.
I think those vills are probably not going to live this. I don't think that keeps goes up though. I think that does not go up.
That is... Oh, and he's sacrificing more vills to stop the decap here. Yeah, his eco numbers actually go down quite significantly at this point for Gullyd3ck3l. He only, quote unquote, has 53 farms. Let's keep that in mind.
Actually, that keep, there's still a lot of vills on that. It might just get up.
Oh yeah, it's going up. But at what cost? At what cost? We're down to 84 eco units.
What does it matter? We're down to 2 minutes. Only 65 units. 60 something military for Scatterbrained. That keep is gonna go up with 8 vills remaining.
Oh yeah,
to jump inside.
That was definitely worth it for him, because now Scatterbrained has to get siege to deal with this, and also the English army is just beating him, and his eco numbers are going down, down, down. He only has 1,000 food left in the tank. He's not producing right now.
I think that might have been just the game right there, because that keep was good, do or die.
Yeah, good play by Gullyd. Really good play. Nobody wants to take this gold at the top side. It's been completely forgotten. I think Gullyd sent some vills there to build this mining camp, and they died.
Yep. They've been forgotten.
Oh,
is he gonna try and take
Scatterbrained's going for the middle.
Side?
Yeah, he's going for the middle Sacred Side, or for the top.
There's a giant stone wall. What are you gonna do about it?
I mean, the top side is currently completely free if those horsemen were to go for it.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I don't know if he realizes that.
Well,
what does he see?
Gullyd has full vision here. He has everything under control. Scatterbrained has absolutely no vision outside of his base.
Yeah. Down to 50-something seconds. This is going to be a Sacred Site win unless he's really fortunate. He cannot keep sending... What is he doing?
He's trying to break the wall for the middle Sacred Site, but dude, just send like five units to the top.
In fact, as this is happening, Gullyd3ck3l knows he needs to send units up to the top. If he'd have sent units up there a minute ago, he'd have had it.
I mean,
they wouldn't have been able to get up there in time.
I think he still has it, but Scatterbrained is going to make a strong play for the middle one, and he has his entire army here. Let's see if Gullyd can hold it.
Gullyd3ck3l's got a sizable mass up there as well. 40 seconds. He needs to get on there now. This... Oh, with 47 seconds remaining, here comes the play. And he's using the wall. He's got the Zoogs on the wall.
This is not like insane, but it gives you a little bit of extra range. It protects your ranged mass from the horsemen.
I love it.
And it gives you ranged defense, but that's just about it. Gullyd is gonna be able to hold this. Look at the army numbers.
Yeah, and he's on his this production is right here, able to resupply immediately.
Very nice play. This is a Sacred Side win, and yeah, well, love it. Good job. Scatterbrained never went Yuan. He just never got the resources for it. He doesn't have pagodas. This is sad.
Yeah, that would have been a big difference maker, I think. But this game is Gullyd3ck3l's for the win.
It's also that Song.
This is the best of 3.
Song doesn't give you any benefit outside of economy.
And that'll be it.
GG's. Yeah, 2 more keeps, you know, because...
Why not?
Why not? People, I mean, it's been a long time coming, but
Wow! Wow! Amazing! Another keep! Another keep! Amazing! Huge!
I love Freddy so much.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, folks, we
Nice
are
map.
in game number 3 on Coastal Cliffs. It's a beautiful map. Look at all the beautiful deep sea fish that we have here that nobody can ever access. Thank you, Avery. Anyway, it is 1-1. We've got Scatterbrained as the yellow Holy Roman Empire. We've got Gullyd3ck3l as the pink Mali. Good color choices, guys. And
I'll say Malians work in pink, right? And HRE in yellow. These guys understood the assignment.
Yep.
I will say this map looks better on Coastal Cliffs looks better when it's on chalk downs. But outside of that,
Where is the biome tier list really?
well, it goes Japanese. It goes Hollow's Hearth, Japanese Gardens, chalk downs,
Then a whole lot of nothing.
European temperate or Taiga, subtropical. Yeah, whatever. I know that Sahara is like at the bottom though.
Yeah, it's tied with Enchanted biome.
And yeah, that one was bad. We see some houses coming out from Malians, standard stuff. I don't feel like we need to discuss too much of that.
What we
Normal
need to
stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4,
discuss
5,
is,
6
do you
houses.
see those spearmen on the map for Holy Roman Empire?
I say this is not a gilded spear, man. What is going on here?
Well, you're playing against Mali. They have a forward gold spawn. Let's see if Scatterbrained scouted it. He has not. He's just doing this on instinct, and it's good. It's a good instinct because, well, this is going to be a very flammable pit mine. I'll say that.
Yes. I am very intrigued to see how well this pays off. There's a lot of sheep in the middle still up for grabs. And here comes a spear walking up to the first little hut looking to tear it down.
And he has a little friend coming after him. He's actually going for the pit
actual
mine. Okay.
I love how you and I both are like, what? Wait a minute.
I mean, he
house, my
made
dude,
4
house.
spears, and he has a scout as well. Can he take this down? Gully is moving out. He's gonna be putting up the tower. Siren Trade Network coming out. Is there a villager for Scatterbrained on the way? No vill, so we're not seeing a tower rush. This is just pure spears, and he cannot get this pit mine in time, I don't think.
Would it have been worth just to go 2 spears and torch a house or 2 down?
I feel like it would be worth to go 4 spears and torch a house or 2 down. But we'll see. Maybe he can get it. We'll find out.
I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it.
Because look, he's just gonna send under repair. Yeah, there's no way.
This is dangerous. Gully needs to react here, but Scatterbrained can also not dive the TC. I wouldn't go for a second time repair. This is gonna survive anyway now, and you're just putting your vill in danger.
Now he's switching vills. That's kind of a smart play. But it's already bound to survive.
Oh yeah, like he just doesn't want it to burn, and the Saharan Trade Network is about to be finished. Now, trade is really not an option on this map, so basically this means Scatterbrained, by going barracks and 4 spears, forced Gullyd3ck3l to have minus 75 resources per minute.
You know, when you put it that way, this feels like an okay trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good trade-off for HRE. That's why you do this. If in worst case scenario, okay, worst case scenario is you lose all your spears and you don't do any damage, and the guy still goes Manta Quarry. But like this is an okay trade for you. So... You lost 1 spear, forced out the other landmark.
And it's not like this is a trade with it not being a trade map, especially that does make it a very. I mean, you can't trade this landmark is a glorified outpost.
It does have a secondary effect now, and the effect is actually pretty damn good. I'll say that. But I don't think we're gonna see it here in particular. So I don't know if you're aware, but this gives you javelin emplacements on your outposts. And they only cost gold, and they do extra damage to ranged units. They are really good. But
yeah, that's fair. Is it enough to merit picking this over the 75 resources a minute for the rest of the game?
So no.
That's yeah, especially when you can't also trade. Like, realize I think this landmark in its full potential is decent. I think in this instance on this map, while maybe necessary to keep the pit mine up, feels bad.
You just made a tower. This is a tower. This is nothing else.
What do you think about the mine work coming up for Scatterbrained?
He wants to play feudal. I like it. I hope he wants to play feudal. Let's see how much he has on
Bro, I
gold.
think
He has 3 on gold, and he's pushing in the deer here, which is, by the way, a beautiful play. Using those 3
I guess my
spears.
question is, why not just go? I mean, I don't know. I feel like the mine work is such a interesting thing where even if I wanted to play feudal, I would still prefer the Aachen.
Was this supposed to be a mill? Is he actually going to push them all the way to the TC? Well, that is overachieving. I would have built a mill here and
I mean, he's got the
killed them right
spears. He
there.
might as well. There we go. But he's got them all nice and close.
No, he's
Oh, and then he
spreading them.
Oh, soiled it. He soiled it.
Task failed
There we go.
successfully.
Push him a little closer.
I mean, this was still a good play. Like, they used to be here.
Yeah, it's still within TC range now. It's just very funny. Herding deer is just such an interesting, difficult. It's like so frustratingly difficult sometimes too. You know.
Yeah. Maybe it is not gonna be a feudal play after all. Gullyd did see the mine work. This did see the no tower on the gold, and he sees the deer being pushed. Doesn't give him a whole lot of information. Where's his scout? Okay, scout is going home, so he's...
Yeah, the macro very much says I'm going castle. The mine work very much says, what the heck?
Hey, you can have a good castle timing with mine work because, well...
I get, yeah. It's just, it's a very odd combination. You don't see it much. Like, why would you... I'm just trying to understand the strategic point of going mine work. Like, what... The Aachen's going to give you just so much more benefit as a base anyways.
So all pikes are amazing. +2 for spearmen and horsemen is great. You get steel barding, which is also really good, but possibly not against Mali. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't know.
That begs the question that why on earth go for this landmark if you're going to go Castle Age?
Well, you know, you also get cheaper upgrades. Gullyd is back with his spears. They've been doing a whole lot of lifting this game.
Those spears have been part of the deer migration herding project that the government undertook. Now they're on a demolition of foreign buildings mission. And
he forces out an archery range as well, because Gullyd cannot build a tower in TC range here that will protect this pit mine. So he needs to do it another way. And I don't think he will be in time. I think this pit mine just burns.
I say it might. Yeah, it might actually get this one down.
So this is a lot of damage while he goes Regnitz, and currently Gullyd has nothing. I mean, this is misleading because he has 9 cows, but...
Oh, no, keep going. You've got this. No, it's only 1 archer. Just burn it.
Yeah.
Like, timing is so crucial. Like, you are willing to give up a spear if he takes down the pit mine. Like, that should be a given. Like, you just keep torching it.
That's a question. Are you,
Don't
though?
get cute with it.
Because you're going castle right now. You're going to get relics because your opponent has no military. And you also have a mine work that makes your spears much better. These will be castle age spears in a moment as well. Like, this is... But yeah, you probably just commit for the pit mine. You're right.
With 1 archer, I don't need... I got a little cute with it, but I think you just make sure you get that down. Like, make sure that your effort you put into it pays off. Like, now you back up. Make him spend the... I mean, he's going to immediately just build the backing up. But you made him spend 150 wood for no units lost.
Does Scatterbrained know about the double archery range that he forced here? Because if he does, he's going to be like, oh my lord, well, maybe I just make men-at-arms.
Oh, there it is. Oh man, men-at-arms would slap right now.
Gullyd sees the prelate move out, sees the Regnitz. He's not happy. He's not happy right now.
I think Scatterbrained's genuinely in a pretty good position right here.
Yep.
Gullyd3ck3l's not going to be online for a bit.
Scatterbrained played this beautifully so far. The spears are trying to flank around here, wasting more time of the military. Gullyd has no presence on the map to deny any relics. But, well, Cowboom is halfway done.
Cowboom.
And I don't think we'll see a full Cowboom, honestly. I think he's just gonna go to castle now.
He's still building them. Well, he got any more in the queue.
That is 3 relics on the way home. He leaves the 2 closest to his base. And Gullyd has absolutely nothing to do about this, even though he has pacted with the wolves. They're trying to get on top of that. And Knights coming out for Scatterbrained.
Knights is a good call here too. He doesn't have any Donzos out. Oh, he's building a barracks right now. So I guess we could have... Yeah, he's building Donzos.
Yeah, does Gullyd have vision here? Because if he does not, like, he's probably expecting men-at-arms, but he's gonna see the first knight in a second, I think.
I feel like Scatterbrained's in a really good position. Those relics coming in.
He sees the stable.
There's one left on the map. I mean, if he only ended up with 4, I think he will get all 5 relics. But even if you only had 4 relics, you'd be pretty happy with what you have.
Knight is out there.
He will get 5.
And
actually, I say that, but there's some archers coming on. He might only be able to get 4.
I mean, there's no follow-up to these
Gullyd3ck3l.
archers. There's nothing that Gullyd has. He's trying desperately to get to Castle Age right now so he can have some actual meaningful impact and income on the food side. Knight has to leave, but there is 3 more brothers for this knight, and they will just be able to kill those Donzos and then kill those villagers if Gullyd doesn't pay attention.
Yeah, he's really trying to stop the relic. He's got the relic up there. He will deny that for a moment. Yeah, those are some Vills dead right there. Actually, that wall's not even going to get up either, so he's going to have an exposed flank still.
Yeah. Vills just get deleted. Wall is still
has to
open.
run away from the Prelate, running away from the relic. But yeah, these knights in a good spot. Ooh, Donzo's on top of him. That's rough.
Yeah, loses the knights there for free, but they already did some damage. They delayed everything here. I mean, Gullyd's not even full up yet.
Gullyd did pick up the prelate, so that 5th relic is still up for grabs.
But take a look at it here. There's an outpost in queue, so Scatterbrained's just gonna try to do it that way, and there's probably knights en route to this position. Let's find out. Well, no, not so much. There's just a villager walking towards there. I'm not sure about that one, buddy. Gullyd's castle. The knights have killed the Donzos that were gathering here. There's 2 more coming out, and we've got a bunch of javelins as well.
Cowboom is almost fully complete.
Yeah, let's take a look at the income here. Gullyd is currently at 560 food, and let's see, watch that explode. But speaking of exploding, Scatterbrained is on 900 gold per minute.
Yeah, just going straight up. But yeah, 900, 1,000 gold a minute now. Things are about to get very interesting in the next couple minutes for sure. Here's that knight rally to those archers you were mentioning. Meanwhile, some skirmishes in the middle.
So the scary thing for HRE usually is, yes, you're gonna be able to get to castle first. Yes, you're probably gonna be able to secure some relics. Now, this is basically best case scenario for you because you get all 5. But now, if you're being too greedy, you'll just kill yourself. Because Malians, their castle age timing is still scary, right? Gullyd doesn't go for any sofa here, which is usually what you want to be seeing. Because if you don't, then basically HRE can just mix a few Landsknecht and all your Donzo and Musafadi frontline just disappears.
Yeah.
But it's still really scary. Like, the income is so high, they can pump out so many units. Yeah, just don't kill yourself, please.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta be mindful. Gotta be very, very mindful here. That 5th relic now secured in that tower, which is getting taking the sacred site on top of it. I like this play. We're gonna have a fight for this northern sacred site. In fact, we've got a ram being built right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that Scatterbrained has quite enough. I kind of wish I'd see some men-at-arms pop out. Or in some landscape. I really think that would be a good combination here.
Scatterbrained just is getting the veteran archer upgrade. And we do see 1, 2, 3, 4 archery rangers prepped and mass archers coming out.
I don't think that outpost is going to go down with just 1 ram. I think these knights are going to... That's a reinforced... Yeah, the knights. That ram's just a waste of resources now. It's not even going to get a hit off.
Bye. That's a lot of kindling. Very expensive kindling.
Yep. And then retaking the sacred site. Yeah, I love this play from Scatterbrained. I wish he would diversify his army just a little bit. He is going to have a lot of knights. I like that bringing the prelates in to heal them. Love this. getting the value back out of those is such a great play.
Yeah, does he have
You're just getting more
Inspired
knights for your
Warriors?
knights, right?
No, not yet. Yeah, like you should totally do this. Every time you have the opportunity to heal up your high value units, just do it.
Yeah, totally worth. He just got like another extra 2 or 3 knights out of that almost by healing him.
And Gullyd thinks
even
he's out
more,
of vision. He pulled back all the way here. He's still in vision range. This has been nerfed, guys. It has been nerfed.
Yeah, towers, fortified relic towers are insane. And these knights are almost all fully healed. I mean, he's got an extra 5 knights of value out of these guys because they can just take so much more damage now. I mean, if you think of a unit and its value for its HP, for the resources you put into it, getting its HP back makes it so it can go and fight more, and you're getting more unit out of the unit. Like, it's such a smart, brilliant thing to do here. These 2 Rams might do a bit more. Remember that there's no emergency repairs here.
Good play, but the archer play by Scatterbrained is really nicely done here. Gullyd immediately starts queuing jabs, but it's already too late. And like, yes, the military numbers are in favor of the Malians, but these are knights. They're a really high value unit, has more health, more damage, and you have the counter unit to everything that Gullyd has on the field in the back.
Yeah, that tower will go
Tower's
down.
down. Okay, Gullyd takes the relic, probably. Let's see. Does he even have...
Donzos are really good, but...
Does he even have Monastery queued up anywhere? No, he does not.
I really feel like Men-at-Arms here would just really crush. There's not a lot of...
Nah.
There's a couple of Musafati, but not a bunch. So I think some Lance Connect would really... Actually, Lance Connect would probably be the option right now.
Lance Connect would be really good, but... Yeah, Gullyd is also making a backline now. Veteran archers, javelin throwers. It's just Mali is currently just outmassing the HRE. That is the whole reason why they won that fight, because they just had 20
I learned
20
that
more
a ram
units.
can decap a site.
Yeah, rams are apparently religious.
I guess rams have opinions on holding sites.
Rams will oppose your belief system. Relic is still there, up for grabs.
You know, I'm looking at things. This is a pretty even game. I think
You
Gullyd3ck3l's
say
economy's a bit better,
that.
though.
You say that, but the cow boom is not scaling, right? The cow boom is at its maximum effectiveness already, and Scatterbrained has 5 relics, or rather 4, but the 5th one is gonna be picked up again.
Well, he's down to 3 relics. He's got to pick up a couple because the ram took out the other tower.
Oh, he had it in the tower after all. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he had both of them in the tower. He needs to get both of them back up.
It's okay. Nice.
Which he'll do.
Nice value ram, just randomly in the middle of nowhere.
I feel like Gullyd3ck3l is.
Hey, that's the second town
Not a
center for
bad
Malians.
spot.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a smart play from Gullyd3ck3l.
You know, you don't
I
notice
like
this
that
as a
choice.
caster because you look at the stone and it's not moving, and then oh, it's a bait. Did you just see that with the outpost taking out the ram?
I did. I did. I
And you
watched
know what
that.
my brain did?
Huh.
It started playing crackety. It's an emplacement that took out my ram. It's an emplacement.
Oh gosh. I'm
What?
sure he's loving the patch with the trebuchets and
Oh, he does. He does love the patch. He beat Beastie in KP's, or rather, he kicked him out of the KP's midweek tournament.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah, it's not a great.
how about
It's
that?
not a great week for Beastie.
I've heard he's not enjoyed the patch as much as others have.
He was a little bit vocal about that. Very subtle. 38 veteran archers, by the way, not very subtle at all. Both players have really decent upgrades. Gullyd's still missing the last range defense here, though, which is quite a big deal against 38 archers.
Yeah, that archer mass is pretty scary. There's a lot of jabs for Gullyd3ck3l. I'll be honest, I have a hard time seeing who wins this fight. The Donzos make it very difficult to gauge because
I
those
think this
things are
is gonna be straight up
tricky.
in Scatterbrain's favor.
all right. When the tower certainly helps.
Gullyd is adding in a lot of sofa, by the way. Does not have imported armor just yet. So these guys are missing 4 armor that they should be having. But it also means Scatterbrained doesn't have walls up. And there's going to be raids on his base.
Yeah, we got some. Yeah, we got the sofa in the back line. In fact,
Immediately
already
Q
in,
spears.
stopping the wall.
Immediately use the spears. By the way, Scatterbrained is back to 5 relics working in his favor.
That's good. I'd like to see those in outposts again, but you know.
By the way, nice detail here. Pulling out the prelate to inspire his pocket ecos. That is what you should be doing.
That's very, very good choice.
Sofa's in the woodline though, but there's a bunch of spears already. And as I said, these guys don't have imported armor, so they're not quite the juggernauts that you usually expect.
And these guys like going the distance. We are in for another fairly long game as we pass the 20-minute mark. So now gold becomes a consideration for those who have been mining it heavily. Except neither of these civs have been mining it super duper heavily, as they both have passive income in that regard.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Must be nice, yeah. Most civs around this mark would start eating up their main gold vein if they went Castle Age.
Raids have been cleaned up, and Scatterbrained is about to finish his walls. But these Sofa at the top side, they're quite scary, and they
Honestly,
do
yeah,
have they do have a scout
push
with
that
them.
wall pretty quick.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Wait, what is that?
Oh, that's a Swabia drop.
I don't know
Right on the north
about that
side.
timing. What does Gullyd see here? Okay, he sees. Okay, there's short walls coming out, so Scatterbrained is gonna get this Swabby up.
I don't think
And-
that wall's all the way connected to the side. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, and spears are already on the way here, so this
How
looked
about that?
looked dicey for a moment, but it's not.
This Swabia play, I mean, that'll definitely match Gullyd3ck3l's 2 TCs, which he's had 2 TCs. I don't know if he's been producing much. It's pretty even Vil count.
I mean, he lost 7 vills at some point, and
He's only
Oh.
up by 2, though.
I think he has the same issue that Cow has when I observe him playing with 2 TCs, because he usually doesn't. Like, he only has 1 villager in queue at all times. It's so ingrained in his brain that if he has a second TC, he keeps only having 1 villager in his queue at all times.
Spears leaving right as the sofa are coming out. They're going to turn tail and go back home.
Yeah.
That Swabia, speaking of, is also not producing any villagers yet that I can see.
That's a lot of Malian army here. That's also a lot of HRE army, though.
Swabia still not queuing villagers.
Oh, imported armor is only coming in now. 50 seconds. And we do have the elite upgrade in 30 seconds hitting. Scatterbrained knows this. He's just going to pull back. Not going to take a fight. Oh my god. And he has the place cutter points as well. These archers are going to slap.
Still no. Okay, there we go. Swabia is now chocked full of producing villagers. I was wondering when that would hit. This is a tricky spot for
This
Gullyd3ck3l.
is a horrible spot for Gullyd3ck3l. He does have the numbers, but half of those numbers are not here. And elite
Archers
upgrade about to
are
hit 1 second. And look at
elite.
them. 11 damage per shot.
And then immediately the tide turns. I mean, like a drop of a pin, just boom.
I think this is pretty much game. This is gonna be.
I think so. That's
full
cleanup.
Cleanup. And like all of these reinforcements are not able to do anything because the archer mass is just so big.
Well, and Gullyd3ck3l is just nowhere near Imperial Age.
I mean, we've got a lot of veteran Javs coming out. Scatterbrained could potentially overextend here, but doesn't look like he will.
Yeah, being pretty methodical here, not letting anything get too far ahead of the other. Knights and archers working very well together. Needs to back up on that. There we go.
He doesn't really
Ooh, this
produce
could be
anything right
dangerous.
now. Maybe he will overextend just a little bit because Gullyd is in full production mode still, getting everything. Whereas Scatterbrained is not producing. Okay, he's switching to man-at-arms. Needs the upgrades though.
Yeah, needs the upgrades. He's got tithe barns in the queue. He's getting some cannon emplacements. He's getting his fertilization. He's got most of his blacksmith upgrades. Both players have been doing really good about that this game. Swabia just churning vills. I mean, look at the vill number back in Scatterbrain's favor again.
Yeah, Swabia's up what, like 2 minutes? Hey, look, HRE's ahead in Villa count.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I guess Gullyd3ck3l does have the cow boom behind this. So his food is like through the roof. He's getting almost 2,000 a minute. Next to only 800 or so for Scatterbrained. But farms are coming out as we speak. And that's a pretty good farm transition behind this. You just gotta make sure that he doesn't get raided. In fact, here comes the military again for Gullyd3ck3l, looking for a place to poke and prod. I don't know if Scatterbrained can take that yet. Yeah.
Problem is, we're not
Rightfully
talking.
backed up.
We're talking about an Imperial HRE base, and you know what they have?
Cannon tower emplacements.
Well, I wonder where they.
Except I
Okay,
don't see any yet.
you know that they're here. They're here right next to the
Oh,
Swabia.
there we go. We're getting some.
And they don't have a relic in them, so he's got that going for him. But yeah, this is usually the point where you would make a lot of siege to deal with this archer mass, and then you would make a lot of traps to slow push. But you know, the siege doesn't really deal with the archer mass anymore, and the traps, they take a while and they're expensive.
Yeah. We're at the point now where the longer this game goes, and as long as Scatterbrained doesn't lose his military, the longer he holds, the better things look for him. He just gotta not lose his military. Again, it's tenuous. He has the Imperial Army, but that's a big mass from Gullyd3ck3l.
This is a big army mass for the Malians, and as far as eco damage goes, he picked a good spot to attack, but it's a horrible spot to fight in.
Yeah, the archers are picking pieces apart from him.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Knights
wait.
up front, I think they win against the sofa there.
Yeah,
it's close.
These are elite. These are elite knights. There are Musafati here as well as Donzos, and the javelin throwers actually push back the elite archers. But yeah, the numbers are going down, and there's elite units coming right out next to this fighting scene, whereas Gully has to walk all across the map with his veteran units.
Yeah. The static defenses are helping out a little bit as well, so he can't really get too close to that Swabia. He's able to kind of raid those middle farms pretty effectively, but again, the Swabia is just going to replace those again. I mean, it won't be more than a minute before he catches back up. In fact, he's still ahead by 6 fills.
Yeah, there's one so far still doing the Lord's work, which is probably slaughtering humans. Wait, no, that's not the Lord's work. There's...
If you call it a crusade, it makes it okay.
It's a crusade, okay. Javelin emplacements. Finally, we see a use for them. The landmark was useful, guys.
I'm actually excited to see what that looks like.
I'm not sure it's
No, it looks
visually...
very much like Aerosmith. It really doesn't look that different, yeah.
Do they always have that little pattern on top? Does
I don't know.
Aeroslit tower have this pattern? Someone know?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Does he have an Aeroslit tower anywhere? No, he doesn't. I mean, why would you? You don't have Aeroslits.
Trebuchets. We got some proxy siege workshops. A lot of mangonels coming out.
Okay, Mars Mango and traps. Well, okay, for one, Benny, please stop listening to the stream. And for two, I think it's not a great idea because you're way too far behind. Like, this would have been a great idea 5 minutes ago.
I don't know. There's not a lot of knights on the field for Scatterbrained. I'm like looking at his military numbers. Like, yeah, he's got all these archers, but
he's going mass spears. He's going mass spears into this. 15
there
veteran sofas.
So he needs those reinforcements to come up.
I mean, these archers are really good. They're basically the best castle age archers because of the poison.
Yeah.
But well, elite archers are pretty nasty.
Oh man, this feels bad though. When you're not hitting the back line and the back line is hitting you, that's where it starts feeling pretty rough.
I mean, these sofas tank a lot of arrow fire, but
they do. But their spears are starting to get to them.
Okay.
Those mangoes are
about to be revealed.
I mean, it takes 3 to crater the army. If you can get a shot in, they hit the spears.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, and also you need to have villagers on site now to repair your siege, because otherwise the archers will just spread formation and take it out.
They just shred them. Mangoes are woefully underpowered against archers.
Hey, look, Benny, I don't have the answers for you. I'm just saying this is unfortunately not going to work because you're way too far behind. It is a good idea, but
yeah, it feels like the writing is kind of on the wall here. Like, Scatterbrained could do this all day, and the longer the game goes, the more ahead he gets. He's up to 121 villagers now. All those upgrades. He's gonna start getting university upgrades eventually.
Yep, it's not getting any better.
Gullyd3ck3l just has no way to get to Imperial Age. It's just like the moment you stop building units, you're just dead.
Yeah, 5 relics income is pretty good. He does have 15 on gold. Oh, the javelin emplacements will fix it. Just watch this army disappear. Mass Barracks. We can go Man-at-Arms. We can go Landsknecht. We can go Spears. And we do have the Minework upgrades for all of this as well. You know, like it's
man,
really
yeah.
good. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. These are the Juggernaut Knights. Look at them with their 10 armor.
Yep.
With the Minework tech.
Carrying a shield everywhere now. Yeah. It's even with all the mangoes, it's just like, what can you do? They're just so weak.
Bonk.
Like, they just
Look at this Javelin
almost directly
placement.
Counter them.
Look at the Javelin placement doing work.
Thump.
Okay, it's shooting a Man-at-Arm now. It's really not doing a whole lot of
Bonk.
work. It's poisoning
It's
them.
just doing its best, okay? It's doing its best.
Look at that. It has 4 stacks of poison on the spearman going. Yeah.
Well, this is a fun game.
It was a...
And there's the GG called.
To be fair, it was a fun game. It was a good game. Scatterbrained just played it really, really well. I'm not saying Gullyd played it bad.
Forcing that tower out in the beginning, not having the extra resources, forcing that tower in the beginning, even though he didn't get that pit mine down in the very start, it ended up being a pretty impactful play.
Yeah, here's the imp, and then this is where you need to kill them, and it just didn't happen. Because Scatterbrained was already super far ahead. Take a look at that gold, you know. Not really having villages on gold and still having gold is pretty good. Pretty good.